What's up, Rivalers? Today we've got a brand new update from the Marvel Rivals team. Now, as we move closer to the May 10th closed alpha, we're going to be getting more updates like this, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel for every new juicy detail. Now, the biggest comparison we've seen for this game is, of course, Overwatch. Everyone wants to say Marvel Rivals is an Overwatch clone. And yeah, some of the character archetypes and even the map design definitely take what was great about that game. The Tokyo 2099 map looks a lot like Hanamura. Both games have 6v6 gameplay at launch. Both games split characters into support, DPS, and tank and are within the hero shooter genre. So today's devlog is about the biggest difference and what sets apart Marvel Rivals from Overwatch and every other game, and that's the third-person camera. The developers write, "We brainstormed like mad scientists, and one thing we kept coming back to was the need to see the heroes you're playing as, fully embodying your favorite hero or villain. This is the experience Marvel Rivals aims to deliver." And yeah, I get it. When you're playing as characters as iconic as Spider-Man and the Hulk, it would be kind of weird to not see your character. Also, we've already seen some of the insane movement abilities in this game, like Spider-Man's web slinging, and as we've seen in the PlayStation Spidey games, that type of movement just works best in third person. Web slinging in first person would be disorienting at best and downright nauseating at worst. The devlog later writes, "In Marvel Rivals, shooting isn't about guns. It's about quick targeting, executing attacks, and feeling the rush of unleashing those ultimate abilities. We're all about that full 3D spatial combat freedom, and we want players to feel the raw power of their favorite heroes." So it looks like Marvel Rivals is putting a much bigger emphasis on strategy, the timing of when you use your abilities, and positioning rather than relying on straight up aiming skills. Devlog writes, "We decided early on to pursue third-person shooter as our combat core. It's the perfect way to showcase the unique abilities and mobility of our heroes. You'll see every punch, every blast, every spectacular move as you battle it out. The pace is off the charts as allies and foes zip, zoom, and zing across the battlefield." Also, can we just appreciate how these devlogs talk about their game? They clearly really love this project, and the way they're describing their characters really channels the energy that Stan Lee used to put in the letters section of comic books. I love this so much, man. It is so obvious how much thought they put into everything. And yeah, at first, I was a little hesitant about the third-person system, but the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense. You do want to see the iconic character you're playing. You do want to be able to track every ability going off, whether it's in front of you or to the side. This allows the game to be faster paced without being overwhelming, since with the third-person camera, you'll have access to more information compared to only seeing what's in front of you with the first-person camera. Getting crowd controlled in an FPS feels terrible because it not only impedes your movement, it also stops you from moving the camera, and a lot of the time, you're getting CC'd from something that's off screen. You can't even see it. So while the initial Overwatch comparisons did hold some weight, the more we learn about this game, the more the third-person camera makes sense. Plus, let's just be real, buying skins is so much more gratifying if you can see your character, always. And this game has an infinite potential for skins. Symbiote Spider-Man, comic-accurate suits, movie-accurate suits, everything. This is a free-to-play game, so the monetization will most likely come in the form of outfits. So let's talk about the downsides of the third person. The devlog writes, "Marvel superheroes and villains come in all shapes and sizes, from the towering Hulk to the tiny Rocket Raccoon. And let's not forget about their crazy cool powers. We've got ground pounders, flyers, wall crawling. Trust us, making sure they all look amazing is no small feat. We've been playing around with camera rules, tweaking positions, adjusting field of view." The developers even go on to address the biggest issue with the third-person camera, the fact that you can hide behind cover and move the camera to get access to visibility that maybe you shouldn't have. Just the fact that they're aware of these issues, that they're addressing these issues this early on, is a huge green flag for me. A lesser developer would just never bring them up and hope players don't notice. But I've played enough games in my life to know that players always notice. They always optimize systems like cameras, field of view, everything. So yeah, Marvel Rivals knows this and is taking it all into consideration when designing the game. And that's why I think this game is going to be something truly special that we've never seen before. Marvel is being super transparent in their devlogs, in their official Discord where you can straight up talk to people making the game. It's amazing. Spectacular even. That's our video for today, and I'll see you Rivalers in the next one.